If you looked at a map of Vietnam, this would be like the very southern tip, and it is called the Mekong Delta, which is the river basin of the Mekong River.
It's predominantly an agricultural area, mostly rice and sugarcane farming.
Students come from primarily farming families. They live in bamboo houses that many of them have built themselves, and I'm sure the kids have contributed to.
This particular commune, Hoa Anh, is very poor. The families make about $200 a year, which means that a lot of times the families cannot afford for their kids to study past a certain age. 70% of middle schoolers go into high school, and then only 2.8% of high schoolers go into college. So it's something that's very needed in terms of promoting higher education and empowering them with the motivation and confidence to attain it.
The people in the area definitely embrace education, and the only reason why they won't pursue it further is because of economic imperative and economic necessity.
In the rural area, there's rarely cases they can come to the university because of their poverty, so they quit school very early. But when the program come here, and I see a lot of kids, they eager to join in the program, and they really excited. They work hard, they study well, and they love us.
Even though I came up with this idea, the people are what make it work, and it's crucial that we have the right people.
The program is really predicated on the idea of providing a series of role models for the kids. Ultimately, they want the role models to be able to encourage them to go to college and academically achieve.
Every coaching group has 4 to 5 people. There is always one Vietnamese high school student, and usually we try to get someone who participated in the program last year as a 9th grader.
The Vietnamese high school students are important because they provide sort of a bridge for the children's aspirations. It kind of helps segue between the students themselves who are in middle school and the Vietnamese and American college students who might seem like almost an unrealistically distant goal.
And then there are 2 college students. Right now, all of them are coming from Kentech University, which is about an hour away.
The Vietnamese coaches, they're a real role model for them because we can tell them as much as we want that we played a lot of sports in high school, and that's helped us in college, helped us get into college. But the Vietnamese coaches, they did it by solid, hard work.
To me, they are who we want the kids to be. They have survived numerous obstacles, they've made it to college, they provide a roadmap for the kids that we want to do the same thing. And then we have 1 to 2 American student athletes, and they can be from any sport, right now from the universities of North Carolina, Duke, Virginia, and Virginia Tech.
I feel like you're an instant role model, and everything you do is a sign of maturity and a symbol to look up to. So you really have to carry yourself in a way that is going to be level with their expectations, which I think are very high.
The American coaches, they come here, they teach the kids how to be a good person, how to be a leader. And the kids, even they won't be a real leader, but they are the leader of themselves.
Là tính trung thực và tính chơi thể thao tốt với mấy bạn, tự tin và thông minh hơn.
They're excited to have someone who's so interested in them and wants to teach them and help them learn.
And finally, we have an American student athlete director, we have a Vietnamese college student director, and together they help coordinate the whole camp and make sure it's running smoothly. This summer we had 4 different camp sessions, 1 for each middle school grades. We offer it to both boys and girls. We've had probably from 60 to 80 in every camp this summer. Each coaching group stays with 1 color team for the whole 3 weeks, and I think this allows the coaches to get to know 1 group of kids very well and to think of them as their team. Our camp is divided up into 3 components: sports, academics, and life skills. And for the academics, we teach 4 subjects: sports and health, sports and physics, sports and English, and sports and morality.
In academic, we make the lesson plans based on the textbook of the Minister of Education of Vietnamese, and the teacher of this school help us to take out the theory in the textbooks and based on that theory to make the lesson plan.
And the night before we taught a new lesson, we'd have a meeting with our other coaches. We had to coordinate together how we were going to teach the lesson. We had to figure out, does this make sense when it's translated? Will they understand this example? Your coaching group became a team that really needed to work together.
Then we move into sports, and every sports coaching group goes to their section of the school to teach sports.
Each of the coaches came with an idea in mind of what they wanted to teach and the steps they needed to take to get them there.
With life skills, it's more of a curriculum that we import from what we've known as student athletes in the U.S. So we talk about team building, leadership, and higher education. So that forms one complete camp. We go back and eat lunch and then return in the afternoon to do the same thing for another group of kids of the same grade. Every Friday during the camp we have what's called a competition day. And it's a mixture of sports and academic competitions. We begin the day by having them take an academic test, and it tests them on what we taught them during the week. I'm trying to prepare them for the tests that they will have to take in the future if they want to go to college. And so in addition to the academics, they take a life skills test in team building, leadership, and higher education. And then in between those tests, we have them do sports competitions.
The coaches decide what skills they feel like the kids have learned best during the week and turn it into races or relays or games between the teams, where the teams either compete directly against each other or earn points to compete.
On competition day, the kids always come in, they're really excited. The kids love to be with their team and show the American coaches that they're good. And some of the kids improve tremendously. And it's really cool because they're really proud of that.
They got so incredibly emotional about it. And I never expected it to be like that, ever.
It's intoxicating sometimes, the amount of energy. It's so fun to see how excited they get.
The kids get so excited for the sports competitions because they've never had exposure to formal sports instruction or organized sports, and so this is the World Cup for them.